In the past, I've made videos ranking NFL and NBA mascots, so I decided to do an MLB version. There are currently 27 mascots in the MLB. Only 3 teams, the Yankees, Dodgers, and Angels, don't have one because they have no souls. Without further ado, let's begin. D. Baxter the Bobcat, Arizona Diamondbacks. Isn't the point of a mascot to be endearing? This guy's facial expression is what I imagine Jared Fogel's was like whenever he drove past an elementary school. Don't let this freak anywhere near my children. Grade D-. Blooper, Atlanta Braves. It's a cute name and has an approachable look. However, I'm not a fan of the ears. They look like 2 giant pocket pussies hanging out of the side of its head. We don't want that kind of thing around our kids now, right folks? Grade C. The Oriole bird, Baltimore Orioles. I mostly like the look of the mascot, although its beak kinda makes it look like a crude drawing of Daffy Duck. My biggest issue is with the name. I mean, you're seriously telling me these bastards in the Orioles PR department are getting paid to call a bird a bird? That's like Darth Vader being named bad guy in black suit. Grade C. Wally the Green Monster, Boston Red Sox. Look at this green piece of shit with its eye black. Buddy thinks he's actually on the team. Wally probably gave that fat lard David Ortiz and Manny Ramirez all their PEDs back in the day so they could finally overthrow the Yankees. An organization with class and dignity. At least Boston had the decency to acknowledge that Wally is, in fact, a monster. Grade F. Clark, Chicago Cub. Clark wasn't introduced until 2014, which is kind of incredible considering the Cubs had the easiest possible idea for a mascot ever, since, you know, their name is the fucking Cubs. It's pretty hard to make a bear mascot not look good. Although his facial expression looks like a guy who finally found the porn video he just spent 2 hours looking for. Grade B-. Southpaw, Chicago White Sox. As somebody who has lost countless loved ones to marijuana overdoses, I am literally pissing and shitting myself in a fit of rage looking at this abomination. It literally looks like a breathing, living version of a marijuana bud. Thanks a lot, Biden. Grade F. Mr. Redlegs, Cincinnati Reds. The Reds actually have several mascots, but I decided to spotlight this bastard because he just pisses me off with his fucking perfectly shaved mustache. I bet he thinks he's a real gem because that gets him a lot of pussy from other female mascots, doesn't he? Fucking Hercule Satan looking ass motherfucker. Grade B-. Slider, Cleveland Guardians. What the hell is this? It looks like somebody splurged yellow cum all over Barney the dinosaur's face. And what the hell are those yellow dots on its crotch? Is that herpes? Disgusting. Grade F. Dinger, Colorado Rockies. The Rockies made their mascot a dinosaur because they found fossils at the digging site of Coors Field. Dinger, who was in the news last year for nearly starting a fight because his name sounds somewhat like a racial slur, is a major asshole. He looks like BJ from Barney and Friends' abusive alcoholic father. He may have fooled most of you, but not me. Grade B-. PAWS, Detroit Tigers. Get it? Its name is PAWS because tigers have paws and the team name is the Tigers. It's a funny name. PAWS looks pretty friendly, but you know what they say, you can never fully trust a wild animal. Just look at what happened with Siegfried and Roy back in the day. Grade B+. Orbit, Houston Astros. Orbit is a cool name, and he looks cool enough even though it has 2 dildos sticking out of the side of its head. But we all know the Astros mascot should be a trash can. Grade C. Slugger, Kansas City Royals. Look at this douchebag with his crown for a head. Did you make that yourself, you prick? Think highly of yourself, do you? Well, guess what? Your baseball team sucks and your nose looks like a blue hemorrhoid. Oh yeah, great job adding 2 R's for no reason at the end of your name. Ass. Grade B. Billy the Marlin, Miami Marlins. This mascot looks innocent enough until one day it stabs you in the chest with its razor-sharp nose, puncturing your vital organs and causing you to slowly bleed out to death. As you lie on the ground dying, the last thing you see before you finally perish is Billy's emotionless face. Grade Death. Bernie Brewer, Milwaukee Brewers. Give Wisconsin credit for this. Their sports teams embrace the stereotype that Wisconsinites are white fat alcoholics. Bernie here is proof of that, although to be fair, he's pretty well built, just like I used to be before my wife left me. It's a long story. Grade B. TC Bear, Minnesota Twins. I have nothing against bears, but why the hell is the Twins mascot a bear? I mean, come on, Twins marketing team, you can do better than this. Also, why does the bear look like it just zeroed in on a bunch of children to eat? I'm very disappointed. Grade C. Mr. Met, New York Mets. Contrary to popular belief, Mr. Met is actually a human who happened to be born with massive deformities. His parents were cruel and sold him off to the Mets organization as a baby for a large sum of cash. The Mets then painted his head to look like a baseball, and to this day they still trot him out there like a freak show at the circus, and you all laugh at it. Shame on all of you! Grade A. Stomper, Oakland A's. I love elephants, and I like the look of Stomper, but much like with Mariner Moose, what the fuck does a goddamn elephant have to do with Oakland or a quote-unquote athletic? Is the team trying to insinuate that other animals aren't as athletic as elephants? That sounds like fighting words to me. Grade A-. Phillie Phanatic, Philadelphia Phillies. He has a pocket pussy for a nose, and he looks looks like an alien, but there's no denying the Phillie Phanatic is the best mascot in the sport of baseball. Sure, he most likely has high blood pressure and terrible cholesterol due to being morbidly obese, but he still goes out there every game and gives people a show, knowing he could die of a heart attack at any moment. That's what a fucking hero looks like. Grade A+. Pirates Parrot, Pittsburgh Pirate. This mascot exemplifies why I find mascots so fascinating. It's a freaking parrot who just happens to be a freaking pirate, and it wears lipstick for some reason. Based on the look on the parrot's face, it's seen some shit before, and by that I mean it's been forced to watch a lot of Pirates baseball over the last several decades. Grade B+. Swinging Friar, San Diego Padres. I don't know why any sports team would want their mascot to be a fat member of the clergy that interacts with young fans. I mean, hasn't this country had enough problems with clergy members being around young people? I'm just saying, folks, don't get mad at me. I will give this mascot several points for looking like Peter Griffin, but that's it. Grade D. Lucille, San Francisco Giants. When I found out that Lucille was a male, I literally started vomiting uncontrollably. How the hell could the Giants organization be so misogynistic? It makes me so angry. Please tell me how much of a hero I am, please. Oh yeah, and as for the mascot itself, it's okay, I guess. I've always had a soft spot for seals. Grade B. Mariners Moose, Seattle Mariners. I have no idea what the hell a moose has to do with a Mariner or Seattle, but I'm not going to question a good thing. I mean, come on, it's a freaking moose that's friendly and approachable, but also has a look on its face that says, I can kick your ass if you try me. Moose is the only thing besides Ichiro that this shit franchise has had going for it since 2002. Grade A. Fred Bird, St. Louis Cardinals. This mascot is so underwhelming. There are so many potential awesome ways to have a bird mascot, and this thing looks like it was created in 5 minutes without any care. The eyes look like they were glued on haphazardly, and it looks like it's about to puke. Grade D-. Raymond, Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays used to have a stingray as a mascot, but thankfully they wised up and realized that that type of mascot would stir up memories of Steve Irwin's tragic death, and they decided to make a new mascot who looks like the diabetes guy instead. Grade B-. Rangers Captain, Texas Rangers. A solid, if not unspectacular, entry here. It looks innocent enough until you remember that it looks a lot like Joe Camel, the old mascot for Camel cigarettes. Is that what we want to do, folks? Encourage this generation's youth to smoke cigarettes? I don't think so. Grade C-. Ace, Toronto Blue Jays. Since Blue Jays are such a cool looking animal, it's pretty impossible for Toronto to have a bad looking mascot, as is the case here. Although they could have made Ace even cooler looking if they gave it better eyes. Jesus Christ, look at me. I'm judging how attractive an anthropomorphic Blue Jay looks. I'm a sick bastard. Where did I go wrong in life? And finally, Screech, Washington Nationals. No, not Screech from Saved by the Bell. I'm talking about the team in the nation's capital having a bald eagle mascot and bald eagle Screech. Smart. I like it. I don't like the look. Why the hell is it so scrawny? We need a fucking muscular stud to represent us. Get this Tour de France cyclist looking ass bird out of here. Grade D-.